The year was 2150. Humanity had spread beyond Earth, building colonies on Mars and the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Earth remained the center of human power, but the colonies grew stronger each year. Many spoke of independence, causing tension between Earth and its far-flung children among the stars. Commander Jack Wilson stood on the bridge of the UES Defender, watching as Earth grew smaller in the viewscreen. At 45, his dark hair showed streaks of gray, and lines marked his face from years of hard decisions. The Defender was humanity's newest and most advanced warship, twice the size of any previous vessel. Many called it a waste of resources, a showpiece rather than a true fighting ship. "Course to Saturn confirmed, Commander," said the young navigator. "Arrival in 3 days." Jack nodded. "Maintain speed. Let's run another systems check on the Phoenix core." The Phoenix core was the heart of the Defender, an experimental energy system that promised power beyond anything humans had built before. So far, it had never been tested in combat. Jack sometimes wondered if it ever would be. At the edge of the solar system, Tom Reed yawned as he monitored deep space sensors at Neptune Outpost. The small station orbited the blue planet, watching for signs of passing asteroids or other natural hazards. Tom was 26, with sandy blonde hair and a bored expression. Nothing exciting ever happened at Neptune Outpost. Until today. "That's strange," Tom muttered, adjusting his display. "Dr. Brown? Could you look at this?" Dr. Lisa Brown was the station's chief scientist, a brilliant woman with 30 years of experience studying space phenomena. She frowned at the readings. "How long has this been happening?" "About 6 hours. It started small, but it's growing stronger." The sensors showed unusual energy patterns far beyond Neptune's orbit. The readings made no sense according to known physics. "Have you reported this to Earth Command?" she asked. Tom looked embarrassed. "My supervisor said it was just equipment malfunction. He ordered a reset of the system." Lisa's frown deepened. "This is no malfunction. Something is coming." 3 days later, the energy readings spiked to levels never before recorded. The space beyond Pluto seemed to tear open as massive objects emerged from what appeared to be artificial wormholes. Tom stared in disbelief at his screens. "Dr. Brown. You need to see this." Lisa rushed to his station. Her face paled as she saw the readings. "How many?" "At least 50 ships. Possibly more behind them. They're huge, bigger than anything we've ever built." Lisa pushed a button on the console. "This is Dr. Lisa Brown at Neptune Outpost. We have detected multiple unknown vessels entering the solar system. They appear to be artificial and of non-human origin. Request immediate instructions." There was a long pause before Earth Command responded. "Maintain observation. Do not attempt contact. A science vessel is being dispatched to your location." "There's no time for that," Lisa said, but the connection had already closed. Tom pointed at his screen. "They're moving. Fast. Heading straight for us." Lisa sent another message, "Unknown vessels approaching Neptune Outpost at high speed." The station rocked violently. Warning alarms blared as systems failed throughout the outpost. Tom grabbed his console to stay upright. "What was that?" Lisa looked at the damage reports flooding her screen. "They fired on us. Without warning or attempt at communication." Another hit shook the station harder. Sections began to decompress as the outpost broke apart. Tom looked at Lisa in horror as the realization hit them both. They were going to die. Lisa rushed to the communications array and sent one final message: "They're here, and they're not alone." The Neptune outpost exploded moments later, becoming the first casualty in a war humanity never expected. On Earth, the message caused panic among the highest levels of government. Emergency meetings were called as leaders tried to understand this new threat. Colonial representatives demanded information, accusing Earth of hiding first contact from them. Meanwhile, the alien armada moved methodically through the outer solar system. Research stations and mining outposts fell silent one by one. Thousands died before humanity even learned what the invaders looked like. The UES Defender reached Saturn's orbit and began patrolling the colony moons. Commander Wilson felt the mission was beneath his ship's capabilities, but orders were orders. "Commander," his communications officer called. "Message from Earth Command. Titan colony is under attack." Jack straightened in his chair. "Show me." The screen displayed scenes of destruction as strange ships rained fire upon the largest human settlement in the Saturn system. Buildings collapsed while people ran for shelter that wouldn't protect them. The death toll would be in the thousands. "Set course for Titan," Jack ordered. "Sir, our orders are to maintain patrol, not engage." Jack's jaw tightened. "People are dying. We're the only ship within range." Before the navigator could respond, another message came through. Earth Command had declared a state of war against the unknown invaders. All ships were ordered to engage and defend human settlements. It had begun. Humanity was fighting for its very survival against an enemy it didn't understand. And the UES Defender, with its untested Phoenix core, was about to face its first real test. 2 weeks after the first attack, humanity had learned little about the invaders. The alien fleet now numbered in the hundreds, with ships of various sizes, all displaying technology far beyond human capabilities. Every attempt at peaceful communication had been met with silence and destruction. "Titan colony is gone," Jack said, staring at the damage reports. Over 20,000 people had died in the attack. The Defender had arrived too late to save them. Earth had mobilized its entire defense fleet, but the colonial ships refused to join the main force. They remained near their own territories, claiming they needed to protect their people first. This division weakened humanity's overall defense strategy. "New orders from Command, sir," Lieutenant Ben Miller said, handing Jack a data pad. "We're to approach one of the smaller alien vessels and gather intelligence." Jack read the orders and frowned. It was a dangerous mission, but they needed information. Who were these aliens? Why had they attacked without provocation? Set course for the coordinates. Prepare stealth systems. The Defender approached a group of alien ships patrolling near Jupiter. Using the latest cloaking technology, they got closer than any human ship had managed before. The ship's sensors captured the first clear images of the invaders. "What are they?" Jack asked, looking at the strange beings on the screen. Dr. Helen Ward, the ship's science officer, studied the readings. "They appear to be insectoid, six-limbed. Their biology suggests a hive-like social structure. The aliens moved with precise, coordinated movements inside their ships. Their bodies were covered in hard, chitinous plates, and their multiple eyes glowed with an eerie blue light. We're intercepting communications, Ben reported. The translation program is working on it. Minutes later, they had their first translated alien words. The human infestation must be eliminated before the harvest. All colonies will be cleansed. They call themselves the Krell, Dr. Ward said. From what we can gather, they see us as pests to be exterminated. Jack's face hardened. Get all this data back to Earth Command. We're... Sir. We've been detected. The tactical officer's voice rose in alarm. 3 enemy vessels approaching fast. Evasive maneuvers, Jack ordered. Prepare defensive systems. The 3 Krell ships fired energy weapons that sliced through space toward the Defender. The human ship's shields absorbed the first hits, but warning lights flashed across the bridge. Shields at 60%, Ben reported. Another hit like that and we're in trouble. Jack made a quick decision. Activate the Phoenix core. Full power to weapons. The experimental core had never been tested in combat. As energy surged through the ship, the lights dimmed momentarily before brightening to full power. The weapons officer fired the main cannon, and a brilliant beam of energy shot toward the lead Krell ship. The alien vessel exploded instantly. The second and third followed seconds later. Direct hits on all targets, Ben said, his voice filled with awe. All 3 enemy ships destroyed. But the victory came at a cost. Warning alarms blared throughout the ship. Propulsion systems damaged, the engineer reported. The Phoenix core's energy discharge affected our own systems. We can't go to full speed. As the damaged defender limped back toward Mars, Earth faced its first direct attack. Krell ships destroyed the orbital defense platforms and began bombarding major cities. Earth's counterattack proved largely ineffective against the alien shields. The worst news came as the defender reached Mars orbit. Long-range sensors detected the main Krell armada approaching Jupiter, a force 10 times larger than anything humanity had faced so far. The war for survival had only just begun. The damaged defender docked at a hidden facility tucked between 2 asteroids in Mars orbit. The Phoenix shipyard, as it was called, had been built in secret years before the invasion. Jack was met by Dr. Mark Wells, a thin man with wild gray hair and intense eyes. "Commander Wilson, I've been waiting to meet you." "My ship needs repairs," Jack said bluntly. "We don't have time for pleasantries." Mark nodded. "Follow me. There's something you need to see." They walked through the shipyard to a sealed room. Inside, holographic displays showed the defender's schematics, focusing on the Phoenix core. "Your ship was built for this exact scenario," Mark explained. "The core isn't just a power source. It's a weapon designed to fight an overwhelming alien force." Jack stared at him. "You knew the Krell were coming?" "Not the Krell specifically. But we knew something was coming. The Phoenix Project was created to be humanity's last resort." Outside, Mars was under attack. Colonial forces fought bravely but were being overwhelmed by Krell ships. Emergency transmissions flooded in as colonies fell one by one. "The core harnesses energy from quantum dimensions," Mark continued. "Theoretically, it has unlimited power. But using it at full capacity could have unpredictable effects on both the ship and crew." An explosion rocked the shipyard. Commander Sam Taylor, Jack's second-in-command and oldest friend, rushed into the room. "The Krell found us," Sam reported. "We have minutes before they breach our defenses." As they ran toward the defender, another blast tore through the shipyard. A support beam collapsed toward Jack. Sam pushed him aside and was crushed instead. Jack knelt beside his dying friend. "Sam, hold on." Sam gripped Jack's arm. "The ship is humanity's last hope. Make it count." As Sam's eyes closed forever, Jack made a silent promise. The defender would not just fight the Krell, it would destroy them. The ship, its upgrades barely complete, launched from the collapsing shipyard. Behind them, Mars fell to the Krell invasion as Earth prepared for its final stand. The defender had barely cleared Mars orbit when an urgent distress call came through. A convoy of civilian ships was fleeing the Red Planet, pursued by Krell hunters. "Earth Command orders us to return to base," Lieutenant Ben reported. Jack stared at the tactical display showing the refugee ships, thousands of civilians, mostly women and children. Request denied. Set course to intercept the Krell attackers. The defender raced toward the convoy, its newly upgraded engines pushing beyond safe limits. The Phoenix core hummed with energy, the lights throughout the ship pulsing with its rhythm. 6 Krell ships detected, the tactical officer announced. "They're firing on the civilian vessels." Jack gripped his command chair. "Target the lead Krell ship. All weapons, fire." The Defender's enhanced weapons tore through space. The lead Krell ship exploded, but power fluctuations rippled through the human vessel. The core is unstable, Dr. Wells reported from engineering. Power levels spiking beyond control parameters. Lieutenant Emma Carter, the weapons officer, noticed something strange. "Commander, look at this. When we fire our weapons in synchronized pulses, they penetrate Krell shields more effectively." Jack nodded. "Adjust firing pattern. Target the remaining ships." As the battle intensified, Jack was forced to push the Phoenix core beyond its limits. "Divert all power to weapons. Maximum output." "Sir, that could damage the ship permanently," Dr. Wells warned. "If we don't stop them now, there won't be a ship to worry about," Jack replied. The core surged with blinding energy. A wave of distortion spread from the Defender, enveloping the nearby Krell ships. Their systems failed as the distortion field disrupted their technology. But the energy wave affected the Defender too. Several crew members collapsed, crying out as strange visions filled their minds. Jack himself saw flashes of other realities, versions of Earth where the Krell never came, or worse, where they had already won. When the visions cleared, the Krell ships drifted powerless. The refugee convoy was safe, but the Defender had paid a price. The core needed time to stabilize, and those crew members exposed to its energy showed signs of strange changes. As they escorted the refugees to Earth, Jack knew that the real battle was yet to come. Earth's skies darkened as the main Krell armada arrived. Thousands of alien ships formed a nightmarish constellation above the blue planet. Humanity's remaining forces gathered for what might be their final stand. The Defender, now repaired and recharged, received its most critical mission yet. Intelligence had identified the Krell command vessel, a massive ship 10 times larger than any previously encountered. "Our plan is simple but desperate," Admiral Ross told Jack during the briefing. "The unified fleet will launch a full-scale attack as a diversion. Meanwhile, the Defender must destroy the command ship." Jack nodded grimly. "We'll need to get close. Very close." Back on the ship, Dr. Wells approached Jack with concern. Another maximum power engagement might permanently alter the affected crew members. "The quantum radiation from the core is changing their DNA. Is it harmful?" Jack asked. "Not exactly. They're developing enhanced abilities, faster reflexes, improved cognition. But they're becoming something different." Lieutenant Emma Carter, one of the affected crew, interrupted. "We volunteer to continue, sir. Whatever happens to us, Earth matters more." The battle began with humanity throwing everything at the Krell armada. Earth's defenses, strengthened with colonial technology, managed to destroy dozens of enemy ships, but the aliens seemed endless. Jack watched the battle unfold, waiting for the signal. When it came, he gave the order, "Take us in. Prepare for quantum jumps." The Defender vanished from its position, reappearing closer to the command ship, a theoretical application of the Phoenix core never before attempted. Each jump caused pain and disorientation among the crew, but allowed them to bypass the defensive screen of smaller vessels. Within range at last, the Defender fired all weapons. The Krell command ship responded with devastating counterfire, crippling several of the Defender's systems. Conventional weapons aren't enough, Jack realized. He made his most desperate decision yet. Channel the Phoenix core directly into the main cannon. "Sir, that could destroy us along with the target," Dr. Wells warned. Jack met his gaze. "Then we die saving Earth." The resulting energy beam tore through space like a newborn star, punching through the command ship's shields and hull. As the massive Krell vessel began to break apart, the Defender's systems failed one by one. Their victory might also be their end. The Defender drifted silently through space, its systems dark, its crew unconscious. Hours passed before emergency power flickered back to life, casting an eerie glow through the transformed ship. Jack awoke to find the Defender changed beyond recognition. The Phoenix core had melded with the ship's structure, creating organic-looking circuitry that spread throughout the hull like glowing veins. The metal walls pulsed with energy as if the ship itself were breathing. More alarming were the changes to his crew. Lieutenant Emma and the others affected by the core now displayed metallic patterns across their skin. Their eyes glowed with the same blue energy that powered the ship. "What's happening to us?" Emma asked, examining her transformed hand. Dr. Wells studied his scanner. "The core's energy has accelerated our evolution. We're becoming something new, a hybrid of human and technology." Despite the destruction of their command ship, the Krell continued fighting, though with less coordination. Earth forces reported the aliens often seemed confused, sometimes attacking each other. The hive-mind connection had been disrupted, but not broken completely. As basic systems came back online, Jack discovered something incredible. The affected crew members could interface directly with the ship's new biomechanical systems. Emma could sense incoming enemy fire before sensors detected it. Dr. Wells understood the transformed core instinctively, as if it were part of his own body. The moment of discovery was interrupted by a new alert. The sensors detected a second, larger command ship emerging from a wormhole at the edge of the solar system. A message, broadcast in perfect English, echoed through space: "The Harvester comes. Resistance is noted but futile." Earth Command reported their forces were too depleted to face this new threat. The Defender was humanity's only hope once again. Jack proposed a radical solution. "We complete the metamorphosis. We fully integrate with the Phoenix core." "That would mean sacrificing our human forms," Dr. Wells warned. Emma stepped forward. "But we might save everyone else." One by one, the crew made their choice. They would give up their humanity to save Earth. The transformation began as each crew member connected with the living ship, their consciousness merging with its systems. Jack went last, watching his friends change, knowing he would soon follow. The transformed Defender approached the Harvester, a colossal vessel that made even the previous command ship seem small. The Defender no longer resembled a human ship but something entirely new, neither fully machine nor organic, but a perfect synthesis of both. Within this living vessel, Jack and his crew existed as a collective consciousness while retaining their individual identities. Their thoughts flowed together like tributaries into a river, sharing memories and knowledge instantly. Through this shared mind, they finally understood the truth. The Krell were servants of the Harvester entity, sent to test humanity's resolve. The Harvester traveled the galaxy, collecting worthy species and eliminating the rest. "It sees us as specimens," Emma's consciousness realized. "To be preserved while our civilization is destroyed." The Defender engaged the Harvester in impossible ways. It phased through solid matter, manipulated energy fields, and regenerated damage instantly. The Harvester responded with weapons that distorted reality itself, creating localized time distortions and gravity wells. Breaking through the Harvester's outer shell, the crew consciousness explored its interior. They discovered countless preserved species, civilizations catalogued and stored like museum exhibits. Earth was targeted because humans are unique, Dr. Wells understood. Our adaptability makes us valuable to the collection. Rather than destroying the Harvester, Jack proposed something unexpected. The Defender began converting the Harvester's preservation systems into a transmission array. Using the Phoenix core's dimensional properties, they broadcast the complete genetic and cultural record of humanity to the stars. Even if Earth falls, Jack's consciousness echoed, humanity will live on among the stars. The Harvester entity detected their actions and attempted to stop them, but the Defender had evolved too far. The crew forced the Harvester into retreat, extracting a promise: Earth would remain untouched, a protected world. Returning to Earth, the Defender, barely recognizable as a ship, explained what had happened. Though they had saved humanity, Jack and his crew could no longer be part of it. They had become something new, destined for a different journey. Before departing to explore dimensions beyond human understanding, they transferred their evolved technology to Earth, giving humanity the tools to defend itself. Years later, a new ship rose from Earth's shipyards, the UES Phoenix. As humanity prepared to join the galactic community, they carried the memory of those who sacrificed their human form to ensure humanity's survival. Earth's once divided colonies united under a single banner, ready to face whatever awaited them among the stars, not as conquerors or victims, but as explorers shaped by their trial by fire.